Hi, everybody. Ooh, my voice is already going off. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh my goodness, welcome. I am not watching the Oscars as well. I haven't watched what is it, the Oscars since like, I don't know, 1997, 8. It's been such a long time. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Let me let everybody know that we are live on the community wall. Let's see, everybody. We are live. We are live. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Hannah. I see Pika. I see SW. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Oh my goodness. Who else? Bunny Advocate. How you doing, love? I hope you're doing well. Pause. Welcome. Shelly Kelly. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Nebulous. How you doing, love? And I am so sorry, y'all. Welcome our new member, Spiffy. Spiffy312. Thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Love your name. Cheeks, thank you for being here. Who else is in the house? Lord have mercy. Oh my gosh. Sana B is in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Look, we gonna get into it. It's been a lot going on. I apologize for rescheduling. Baby Bunny's the boss. That's my boss. That's the CEO. That's who I work for. If you got a problem, take it up with her, but I promise you she don't check her email because she don't have access to email. So it might just be me if you got a problem with that. So yes. Blame it on the bunny, on the baby bunny. Welcome, Tiki. Thank you for being here, everybody. Yay, you made a live. Shout out to you. Lord have mercy. How are you doing, love? Shout out to you. Chico's in the house. Thank you. Lori in Georgia. Welcome. Cheerful. Welcome. Uh welcome, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Days by Boys. Welcome. Layla, I see you. Welcome, everybody. Roberta. Bridget. Oh my God, I feel like it's been a minute. Oh, Moon Fairy. Thank you for becoming a member. Oh man, I took the night off from watching YouTube and the world blew up. My word. Remar, this is why you can't take a day off. I mean, I feel like I've been so behind on the Squirrel Squad, on all the protests, on all the arrests, on just different kinds of things. And I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta catch up. I gotta see what's going on. What is going on with the people, right?" Of course, just so everybody knows, at least I feel like in SPTV, in Scientology, certain there's just so much to talk about because it's never just one thing. So, like, of course, bringing awareness to what's going on with Miriam. Shout out to Miriam. That's one thing. Bringing awareness to what's going on with the protesters. That's one thing. Continue to exposing cults. That's another thing. So there's always like different layers of this, and I feel like shout out to everybody that's talking about it because I can't, I'm so glad that there's many channels and new channels coming up talking about this. B Storm, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Welcome, welcome. I just want to make sure I greet everybody. It's been so much. Yeah, and I was watching that too, so I got to catch up on the house. Listen, I got to catch up. I got a notebook and I'm like writing down and I have so many notes and so many things, but yes. Welcome, welcome. All right. So let's talk. So I had to watch and let me tell you, it's very hard to watch a lot of the live streams with the protesters because first of all, I support all of them, but they are so long. So I'm like, oh Lord have mercy. Where do I go? Which one? Guide me, YouTube algorithm. Which one do I go to? And of course I went to what is it? Streets Scientology audit, of course. And I was watching some of his 7-hour live from yesterday, and then a little bit today. And then, of course, I had to go run over there to go see what my girl, Natalie, Life Without a Cult, was doing. And then I went over here to Aaron's channel, and I said, there's just so much. There's so much going on. I cannot. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for coming in. Oh my gosh. Whew. I cannot. Let me see. Yesterday was insane. So where do we get started? Like, where do we get started at this point? Because there's so much to cover. There's so much to talk about. So why don't we get started with this? So yesterday there was an arrest, okay, and then there was an arrest, and I was watching a bit of I was so confused by Danny's arrest, who's another protester out there, because I wasn't sure. People were talking about the fact that the different angles of the camera were so weird and they couldn't really figure it out. So of course I was watching a little bit of Growing Up in Scientology, Aaron's channel. And he was streaming a little bit of Hollywood Aja. Hollywood Aja is another protester out there. She's in TikTok though. A lot of that is on TikTok. Oh yes, Casey. And then you have Mr. DOA over here getting swatted. Like it's a lot going on. Okay. So it's a lot. So this I thought was
As you can
very
see,
important because Hollywood Aja was out there when Danny was essentially arrested when he was attacked by the scooter guy. Okay, we're gonna call him the scooter guy. And let me see if I can move this tab somewhere else because it'll be easier for me to watch the chat while I'm talking to you guys. So while I was watching some of this, people were having debates about like, well, he touched the scooter, he tried to take this man's scooter. Danny was charged with a hate crime. I don't know how that's a hate crime. I'm over here trying to look up the penal codes. Like, girl, what's the penal code? What is it, right? What are you sure? Are you for real? And I just thought it was crazy. Watch this clip because, and this is again Hollywood Aja, and I'll link her information in the description box so you guys can get a better angle of what actually happened with Danny. Okay, Danny was assaulted, but this is a better angle of that, so those that were doubting can really see what was tea with this. Okay, what's up?
guys, as you can see, we were walking on the sidewalk and this old man Scientology member came outside to antagonize us. Danny asked him to please let us walk through, and he decided to run Danny over right here.
Look at that. Danny tells him, let us walk through, and he decides to intentionally run Danny over. Now y'all see how he's acting like he's on the phone? Hold up, hold up. This man, this, man who looks kinda harmless, right? Like you're like, oh, he's probably just lost, wants some directions, he's on the phone, yada yada yada. Look at
He
this.
decided to run Danny over right here.
Why did he do that? That is really crazy, Peter. That is really crazy. So he ran him over intentionally. Y'all see that? Did everybody get to see this angle? I thought this was very important. No, he's not the dog man. He is not. This is not the dog man. This is just somebody else in that group. So, I'm pretty sure he's not the dog man. Look, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, he's not. He's just doing it. He don't give a shit. He look at it. Look at him. Look at him. Da da da. He goes and he just rams it in, and so he grabs the scooter to try to push it out of the way, right? Mhm. I would have to agree. He waited till Danny got to the tree so Danny couldn't escape. It's interesting, right? Very interesting. He's an old Scientology man? Well, because I heard that after this, he just walked into the blue building like it was nothing. And who got arrested here? It wasn't the old man with the scooter. I heard so Serge hubby Michael, shout out to Michael, had encounters with him in January. Yeah, he was trying to stop. Scooter guy extended his arm out. He's going like this. Runs his scooter. He's telling you, can you move out of the way so we can walk through? You got your scooter here. Some may write about this. Not at all. Something is not right about this. Like I saw this, I said, this is a different angle, you guys. This is not like the angle where Danny's grabbing the scooter and he's trying to run away with it. And he's gonna go on a high speed, you know, sidewalk chase with this man's scooter. That's not what he's doing here. No, 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 no.
And he decided to run Danny over right here. And
Wow.
Danny simply defended himself by pushing it away. And
And did he say anything? He looked down and he started kind of, going about the phone.
he was shaking. And he went back inside Scientology and called the cops.
Why did he do that? Why did this guy do that? I don't understand. Okay, see, this is an interesting point. And they couldn't walk on the grass because that would be Scientology's property. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that that's what was said. Couldn't walk on the grass because they would be arrested from Scientology for trespassing. He walked between the tree and the grass, so unless they walked to walk in the road, I got you. I understood what you meant. That man was doing the most. That man is doing the most. You said SW said he's too old for a scooter. Now wait a minute, SW. Some people here get down with the scooter. Shout out to all the scooter riding people, regardless of what age. But here's the interesting part, though, SW. You point something out very interesting. Some people said that they don't even see this guy actually riding his scooter. When I heard it was a man on a scooter, I said, well, wait a minute. And he's on his phone? That's weird. That is weird. That's crazy. Yeah, he's not riding the scooter. So he's just ramming the people with the scooter? It's illegal to use the scooter on the sidewalk? I didn't know that. Is that true? In that area? Is it a motorized scooter? Or is it one of those like kind of like regular traditional scooters? He did walk into to the building. That's what I heard. Gypsy Lola said, "Now take away his scooter license. Take it away. Take it away. It's illegal." I see. Y'all are educating me on this. Somebody in the chat said they should take away his scooter license. Gypsy Lola. They said, take it away. He broke the law. I cannot. I cannot. Okay, it's illegal to ride them on the sidewalk there. It's electric. It's not motorized. Well, I can't tell. But I mean, it just makes you kind of wonder what was the reason for all this. Look at this. And I'm going to go this way. Look. They're kind of doing their thing. Thank God they were recording. And then this guy right here, look at this. It's one angle. We just go slowly. And so then all of this, and
Through and he
Danny gets arrested. Now, let me tell you what's so interesting. Notice how the man with the scooter stops right there with his phone. He just stops. He sees these guys, like he doesn't even attempt to move out of the way. No, he stops right there. Why? Right there, right on the phone. Is he really having a phone call or is he just pretend talking? Look at this. And then they tell him like move out of the way and then this happens. He rammed it in. He didn't say excuse me. He didn't say, "Oh, let me go through this way. Oh, can you guys move this way so I can go that way? Maybe move on the opposite side where the tree is at because that's more public." He is taking orders from somebody. Well, he's on the phone with somebody. He's on the phone with somebody. Jenny, not Jenny, I'm sorry, Jen. I almost called you Jenny. Jen, this is interesting, don't you think? It's almost like somebody told him to go that way. It is ridiculous. A plant for science. That's what I heard. I heard Aaron. I heard Aaron say it. I did indeed hear that. But see, this is intentional right here. And then Danny's the one that gets charged with the hate crime and he's still in jail. This is crazy, yo. Look at this. And then he just sits there and he's like acting like nothing's up. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, I had to show you guys that. I definitely had to show you guys that so we can really get a better sense of it and everything about what's been going on. It just seems like there's just too much. Yeah, I haven't heard he's been released. Electric Jen says he is trying to get them to go onto Scientology property, which is the grass. So that would make sense, right? Like Aaron had explained, if he were to if they were to jump over to Scientology property, then that would be trespassing, right? That's crazy. Aaron said no bail for baby girl. Baby girl said no bail for Danny. Thank you for the $5, love. Shout out to you. They arrested him, so he has court on Tuesday. But this is crazy. Like this is what's really bothering me about this whole situation. There is every weekend there is footage, okay? Constant footage of all of this that's going down. I'm waiting for them to arrest the right people. I get after what happened with Aaron, after that whole little thing, it took them a minute to charge the right person. Has anybody else been charged out of this whole situation? Has anybody else like really been charged? Like out of everybody that's been assaulted while all of this is going live, has anybody actually been charged? That's what I want to know. Because I sit here and I'm reflecting and I've watched hours upon hours of this, and I'm still waiting for somebody to say they charged the right person. Outside of what's his name, the guy with the dog. Anybody else can honestly in the chat, can you tell me if you've been watching hours upon hours of this, have they charged any rightful person? Like charges drop. Okay, so that being said, what about the people that are attacking the protesters? Have any of those people been charged outside of what happened with Aaron? Any of those people been charged? The people that are actually antagonizing the protesters, some of these folks that are being set up by, Scientology is calling them to do stupid shit like this. Do like any of this? They're intimidated when they keep arresting the same protesters. Lucinda, y- thank you for the 4.99, but you ain't never lie about that. Like you're so telling the truth. It's becoming a theme at this point. You have a bet. Thank JD from Philly. Shout out to JD says, Rabbit, you have a better chance at winning at the Powerball. Well, damn, I better go get my Powerball ticket today or something. Seriously. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for somebody to like the protesters were harmed by so and so person and they have been arrested and they will be prosecuted and charged. Outside of what happened with Aaron, because even that we all saw that shit play on live. Okay, Karen says the lady that threw the cigarette at Lara. Okay, I remember that. So she got arrested. She got charged too. Let me know. Because I did see her arrest. I mean, she was stupid. She was laughing too around that time when that was happening. Okay, we about to transition into this right now. After they broke Street's nose, the cops claim he wasn't in the restaurant when later they caught him on film coming out of the restaurant. Streets, who we've interviewed here, shout out to Streets. Um, my goodness, man, like you can break a man's nose, but you can't break his spirit. Shout out to him. Because a lot of people in his position would have given up. No, you're not doing that. You're not taking him down. He's going to be out there doing what he said he was going to do, which is take down this whole organization and exposing the LAPD for what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Mhm. Yep, yep. That's what they're doing. Did you see the policeman in Chicago? He was nice. No, I need to see that, Teresa. I have not seen that. And shout out to all the other channels that are starting out. And I mean, there's a list of cities where all these channels are going. Everybody's like audit Chicago. Shout out to audit Chicago. I just saw Chicago here. Audit Austin. What is it? Denver. There's just so many other channels that are coming about this. Thank you for the 199 though. Shout out to you. Thank you. Crazy says I have a link today from DOA ran into Perry and dog was at the awards. Chrissy, don't tell me that Perry and the dog attended the Oscars. Are y'all clearly you guys are not watching the Oscars because you're here with me. Shout out to you. I don't watch. Listen, like I said, I haven't watched the Oscars since like 1999, 1998 when I was a child, back when I actually liked watching the Oscars, but now I'm just like I can't. I can't with these Hollywood people. I just can't. I can't. I like, I'll do some Hollywood content, but I don't always do it. There's a lot of protesting right now at the Oscars. That's interesting. I'm just saying, like, it's a lot going on right now. So DOA was attacked again about 15 minutes ago. Guy threw a cup of water at his camera. That's crazy. That is crazy, crazy. And thank you, Chrissy, for the $20. I have a link today from DOA Brandon to Perry. Chrissy, if you want to email me the link, let me shoot you my email so we can look at that link right quick. And then just tell me the timestamp, and that would be awesome, and I could show it here. That is crazy. If Danny goes to trial, there's evidence that he's innocent. How are they going to twist this? I don't even think it's going to get that far, honestly. Um, I don't think it's going to get that far whatsoever. Are you guys noticing the theme here? And William called this out too from Streets. He said they arrest them and then they let them go. They arrest them in just for for shits and giggles, truly. They arrest them for shits and giggles. That's what they do. That's what they're doing. There is nothing else. Like, what is the point of this? That's all they're doing. So, yeah, I mean, that's how I see it. Aaron said there's only one entrance to the restaurant. He knows this for a fact. For the police to go in the restaurant and not find him, and they only have one entrance, is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. But until it gets too far, they're embarrassed in front of a judge. When will it end? When will it end? Why can't people protest? Like, let them protest. What's the deal? What's wrong? I mean, that's just my thought. I personally feel like, if they're doing what they're doing, they're going out there, they're demonstrating, they're not getting hands on. Are they filming people? Absolutely. It's a public street. Anybody can get it when it's a public street. I hate to say it that way, but it's the truth. Do I like to get filmed? Hell no. I wouldn't want it, you know? But then again, I don't live in LA. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there, I'm not eating at, you know, La Trash Can Restaurant, La Pepe Le Pew. I'm just not. And I wouldn't give my money to that for so many reasons. I'm just saying, you know? Okay, let's jump over. So Streets got his nose broken. I watched earlier his live, and then I watched some of that 7 hour stuff. And of course, there's going to be different angles of what happened. Shout out to Natalie because I actually went to her. First of all, Natalie is on top of all the SPTV news, making a good summary, bringing up really good guests, doing the interviews. The girl's on fire. You guys go sub up to her. If you're not sub up to her, go sub up to her. Her channel is, hold up. Her channel is, how come I can't show the channel? In a second. Did my computer freeze? Her channel is Scientology Life After a Cult. Everybody should be sub up to this channel. Go check it out. She's just doing awesome, as well as so many SPTV creators. Yeah, Kim, I love Natalie because, first of all, she came into my channel. We did a little interview. Shout out to her. It was in December. And, she has an amazing story. Um, she's just an amazing person. I really admire her. And God, she looks great in red lipstick or whatever that, like, look at her lipstick, yo. Look at her. She looks amazing. How do you not like somebody looking this good? Shout out to her. Anyways, okay. So she did a little review, and I kind of want to pull from her because she got it right where I needed to get. I was like, thank you, Natalie, even though I had watched some of her stuff. But I also believe she got some of her clip from Nerd Report. Shout out to Nerd Report as well, who's also out there filming and telling the people what's going on, doing the thing. Shout out to him. Okay, let's get it together and let's watch.
It's just again, and then it gets even crazier. Then there was the attack on William Good himself, and we have a clip of that we're gonna go ahead and share. So much stuff going down.
Mm, 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 mm.
All right, so take a look at this. They're outside La Poubelle, and I didn't see where these guys came out, but I've seen in the comments that they came out of La Poubelle. Can somebody confirm that in the chat or in the comments that these 2 guys came out of La Poubelle?
They did.
That is what I was
They did, because I did see a clip. And if I remember, I can't remember whose it was. Like I'm telling you, everybody's got different clips. I suggest you watch all of these creators. But there was a clip where they came out of the toilet bowl restaurant.
told. So let's take a look at this. This is crazy.
Oh my god!
Ooh. Y'all see that?
Oh my god! I got you. I'm calling.
Everybody saw that. Everybody saw that shit. I mean, that was crazy. Thank you, Chrissy. I think I got your email. Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna go look at it right now. But everybody saw that. That is crazy. Okay? That's physical right there. And the guy has a criminal history too. And the security guy, what you know, here's the deal, Spark. The security guy doesn't do anything because he's securing, I guess, that area only. That's my thought as to why he doesn't do anything. But I mean, I don't know. It is terrible. It is terrible to see that. I'm looking at your guys' comments so I can get everybody's comments. Cops were also horrible to see. Okay, so here's all right. This is my ignorance. Um, Serge, there's a guy named Sergio, right? It's not Serge, because when I was hearing Serge's name, I said I got a message and somebody told me that somebody had attacked Serge. I said, wait a minute, which Serge? Are we talking about is there a different Serge? Because I want to make sure we're not getting them confused and whatnot. It's a different one, right? Let me know. Security guy is getting paid to only get involved with La Poubelle. Okay, thank you. So it isn't. Thank you. Because I'm telling you, people were messaging me and they were just like, it was Serge. I said, no. I don't think so. There's two. There's Serge, our lovely, beautiful, wonderful Serge we love, and then there's Sergio, who I really don't know, but shout out to him if he's out there doing the thing, but not literally Serge. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. You said Sergio the veteran. There's Sergio, and then there's Serge. Serge is our SPTV wonderful person here, okay? Who's calling out hashtag kids can't consent. Shout out to him. Okay, so that's different. Just making sure, because I'm telling you, people were getting. I got messages, and I said, y'all are confusing me. I got to go to the source, and I'm pretty sure that it wasn't that one. But anyways, let's keep watching.
I got it. I'm calling. Bro, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
Wait, what is this? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my
I'm
God.
calling, Will! I'm calling!
Oh my
What is he
God.
doing?
That's crazy.
Why is not this is not calling? What is happening?
Can I just say how infuriating it is to know you're calling 911 and it's not calling, or it's not going through, or you're on hold, or they're not picking up? Like, I get it. Emergency services are very much clogged in LA, other places, I'm sure, busy cities, but damn. I'm just saying, he I don't know how. This is what I'm saying about William. I said, y'all can break the nose, the legs, the arms, whatever, but you can't break a man's spirit. That's what you cannot not do. He's going to go out there and call it what it is. You could break the nose, the legs, the arms, the fingers, but you please don't. But you can't break his spirit. And that's what I love about William. You can't break his spirit. That's determination. And the self resistance, I'm telling you, if I was him, I don't know if I could have contained myself. I don't know if I could have contained you somebody in my face, throwing my shit, throwing my phone, getting hands on me. I don't know. I this is why I'm like maybe there's a reason why I'm not down there. Maybe there's a reason why I'm not down there because I think I would have lost you would have seen a rabbit. That's what you would have seen. You see somebody go crazy. I would Kim, you and I both. We would have lost our shit. We would have. That's crazy. But shout out to William for keeping it together.
Oh my God. I'm calling, guys.
That's crazy.
Why is it not ringing? I'm calling nonstop. What is
And you think, you know how they're watching the streamers? You think they're not watching this shit go down? You think that they don't know what's going down? This is the crazy part to me. This is what makes me go conspiracy theory. Like, where's my hat? With a little, I need to make me one. I'm gonna make me one and put it on every time I need to go on conspiracy mode. But this is the kind of stuff that really makes me think if all these officers, they got access to online, they know William caught them watching the streams last time. They're being watched. You think they don't know that this wasn't going on around the time that it was going on? And you got, is that Jessica trying to call? Because that sounds like Jessica's voice. Jessica Palmadessa, she's trying to call. And it's not going through. I'm going to need me, I'm totally going to need one. Hey, Queen Bee. Yes. Okay. Can you guys do me a favor and drop Queen Bee's channel link in the chat, please, mods? Queen was live about this too. I caught a little bit of Queen. I listened to Queen. I was everywhere. Shout out to her because she's also covering some of the SPTV stuff. Go sub up to her. Go support her. She's amazing and she's breaking some of this down as well. She says, "Hey, love, I was live about this earlier, and I have to say that William took that hit like a man. The cop speed, yeah, pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. But Queen, this is what gets to me. These cops have been caught watching some of this stuff. They've been caught right then and there watching some of this stuff. So it's kind of like they know that this is going on. So for a girl, for old girl not to be able to contact 911, not to get a hold of somebody, this like then what the hell is everybody doing here? What's everybody doing here? What are we doing? This is just crazy. This is just you showing your colors. They've been showing their colors. And let me tell you, it's really disheartening to see this shit go down. I can understand. I'll give it to you this way. Let's just say that these protesters were actually making things worse. I'll give it to you this way. I would even cite on the fact that they need to work on certain things or whatever. But what I'm seeing and what's been streaming every fucking day that I've been watching this, these guys have been doing what they needed to do. I just showed you Danny's other angle. The guy rammed the fucking little razor scooter on him. Danny grabbed it to the side. I would have done the same too. So now you're gonna arrest me? Me? For trying to move this shit and say that I stole it or it's a hate crime? This is the crazy part for me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think maybe I am, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, is this really happening? Somebody really needs to like hit me with something. It really does. It makes me upset. I cannot. See, I'm only 1.5 out of 10 ATM. Jessica was there all the time. 2 got the best restraint by streets after his nose got broken. Unfucking believable. Absolutely. They can work on things, but they're fed up. After a personal conversation, I understand now a little better as to what they're doing to these protesters. Yeah. It's a lot. And I think you just have to kind of sit back. You have to sit back and kind of put things together and try to understand a little bit of what is going on. And I think what William, and he said it on my channel. He said, and I've heard him say it before, that he really tries not to make people lose the message behind everything. So look at his resistance. He's taking it. He's not backing down, broken nose and all. He's still down there. The day following, does he take a day off? Hell no. Very mission oriented. Shout out to him. And all of them too.
What's happening? Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. I've never heard 911 just keep calling.
That's crazy.
Do not hang up. Guys, I'm literally on hold for 911. Why is it going to whatever that is?
Look at this. This is crazy.
Oh my God, he's still throwing stuff at it.
I cannot.
This goes on. I mean, the guys were going away and they were following him down the street. And at one point, I think William restrains the guy.
You need to come. There's a huge fight right here. We just explained all this. We are now in front of. We have moved down the street. Can you hear me?
This is crazy.
No. Now they moved down the street. They literally were attacking multiple people. We are now in front of. Hold on 1 second. If you go over by the side, past Gelson's, by the what is this called? Tail washers. We're now over there.
He never hit once.
Just insane. Just truly insane. I don't know how else to describe.
He never hit once, you guys. He didn't hit one time. He didn't say here. He didn't do any of the knuck if you buck or anything like he didn't. He didn't hit one time. Broken nose at all. Infamous, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Shout out to you. Electric, thank you. Electric Jen, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. This is just insane. I feel like, I'm telling you guys, I feel like we are living in a different time. Okay, now, wonderful, beautiful Chrissy did send me the link, and I'm going to show you guys this. And I think it's cut, so hopefully it's not, because it's on a live stream, so I want to be careful. Oh, there's the dog guy. Mr. Perry with the dog. Y'all see that? Hold up. Hold up, Francis. Come back. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Here we go. Oh,
They're Satanists.
oh, snap. It's him. It's him. Oh my God. All right, let me stop that because there's music to it. It's totally him. That's him. That's him. DOA got him. There he is. Good night, Dawn. Have a good night, love. This has been a crazy. That's him, Queen. Look at it. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. That's crazy, yo. Listen, I am still. I know, DB. Isn't it so convenient that he just happens to be around? It convenient, right? Well, as long as his dog's not biting anybody and he's not sticking them in there, like then it is what it is, right? We don't need to worry about that. Yes, people, I can give suggestions to the protesters to make it better or small things. Otherwise, there's nothing that the protesters can do to avoid what is happening to them. No, you're right. To a certain degree, you're right. I think the biggest thing, but in this specific case right here, when I saw this clip, I said, wait a minute, this man, Danny was not antagonizing the guy, literally was not. And this is out of Hollywood Aja's TikTok. When I saw this, I said, oh, no, no, no. They stopped. See how they stopped right there? Telling him to move out of the way, and then rums it in there. That's a different angle, and that's a very, very good angle right there. I, I didn't. Ooh, baby girl, you say you didn't see the cane? Oh, he has it on there. I see it. I saw it on the clip. I just saw the clip. So be aware. Be aware. See this guy right here? And then I heard that he went into the blue. Is it the blue building, the Scientology building he went into after he did what he did? Yeah, this is not an accident whatsoever. Look at this. He went into the other. Okay, thank you. He said he went to the Scientology building after. I think because Danny had been going to the different openings. Listen, they know who these people are. That's what we do know. They do know who these people are, period. Like, you can't tell me different at this point. And Natalie, I mean, shout out to Natalie who was able to, this hit right here is like, I think this was Nerd Report who got this clip. This hit right here is what got me. See this clip right here? When she showed this,
Good himself. And we have a clip of that we're going to go ahead and share.
this is crazy.
So much stuff going down.
Oh
All
my
right,
God. Look at
so
this.
take a look at this. They're outside La Poubelle, and I didn't see where these guys came out, but I've seen in the comments that they came out of La Poubelle. Can somebody confirm that in the chat or in the comments that these two guys came out of La Poubelle?
No, Queen. I thought he grabbed the scooter too, Queen. And when I saw that clip, I was like, oh shit, this is a different angle. The guy stops with this phone, but you're right. I was there with you too. I was like, nah, something looks like, what if he grabbed it? No, he rammed it to him. And I could show you that is the TikToker Hollywood Aja. She has a YouTube channel too. I'll make sure I drop the link in the description box so everybody can go and sub up and follow her on TikTok if you have a TikTok. I'm telling you, there's just so many different angles. It's just so hard to kind of like we have to collect all the angles and there's so many streamers and there's so many things that are being put out there. But I hear you, Queen. I hear you. Yeah, he moved it off his foot. Mhm. I cannot, man. This right here, when he did this, I said, "Oh my God,
That is what I was told.
this is crazy."
So let's take a look at this. This is crazy.
Oh my God!
Just like that. What the hell was that? That wasn't okay. It's the Three Stooges. He got mad because he got called Harry Potter. That's why. That's why he got mad. No worries, Spiffy. Shout out to you. Thank you for becoming a member. Oh my gosh. I cannot. This is just so much. This is I just hope that they're okay and they do what they have to do. Now, thank you so much, Pika, for grabbing that link. This is Hollywood Aja's link, you guys. Go check her out. She's got that video there and you could see the full link in there. It's a different angle, but it's a better angle, and I would agree. It gives us a better, more context to what happened that day. I would agree though. I'm glad that they're going in pairs. I'm glad that they're filming each other. I'm glad that everybody's doing what they have to do. William's nose is broken. Hell, I mean, I I don't think I think he's fine. I don't know how much of surgery you can have on a nose. I don't think he needs it. I don't think he's requesting it, but I mean, look, he was up and running the next day, or today, this morning, he was up and running, filing complaints. And even in the filing of these complaints, Lord have mercy. Look, I was watching this and said, this is so ridiculous. The people that pick up the complaints are the officers themselves. I wonder if any of these complaints are actually taken serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, are any of these complaints so the officers, it's not like an independent reviewer. This is an officer. He's taking the complaint, right? So how could you take any of this serious at this point? It's
A
crazy.
refusal to take a PPA. This is by Detective Ludo. Ludo. ALOUTTO.
Mm,
This occurred, I would say, so there's two incidents that happened last night. I would say the first incident happened somewhere around, I guess, 10 o'clock. I can come back and amend that later.
10 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Where did it occur at?
This occurred on Franklin and Bronson
wow.
on the north west corner.
That's what I want to know is why is this officer taking the like I just would think that there would be an independent person, but maybe I'm thinking too much of LAPD at this point. I don't know. Debbie, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Christina said his nose is broken and he said he needs surgery. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yes, Sunshine Rainbow. I mean, William is not new to this. He's definitely true to it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not new to it at
All
all.
their information.
Okay. And this occurred last
He
night
needs
at
surgery.
around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it might have been 10:30. It's somewhere around there.
10:30. Okay. And
All six officers refusal to file a PPA. Additionally, Detective Aludo, unbecoming conduct.
That's crazy.
okay, I'm coming conduct.
Sir, are you actually writing on that paper? Just like, is he actually writing? Okay, unbecoming conduct. All right. I don't know what he's thinking, Kim. That's a great question.
He's
He has
made
to
a
see a
lot of
specialist.
disrespectful comments too.
Anything specific you remember?
I will. Let's put it this way. I'm going to tell it to Internal Affairs, not to you guys.
Sir,
But
are
he
you
shouldn't.
writing?
I think the way he treated an active duty serviceman is disrespectful and outrageous.
Kim's like, Rabbit, his pen is open. I think, wait. I don't think his pen is open, Rabbit. I think it's closed. Lord have mercy. I'm like, are you writing this down? Yes. And then repeating what he says. Oh, Detective who? Oh, okay. All right, then. I cannot. Mommers, thank you for the $4.99. The protesters deserve so much more. They're doing the work we can't. I'm heartbroken to see total disregard for their rights. I couldn't agree with you more, love. Thank you for the $4.99. Definitely. I feel like they're taking. I mean, man. Oh man. Oh man. This is hard and it's scary. And they need. I worry in the sense of like that's my little brother, my little sister, or whatever, my child. Like you gotta be careful. You do. But it's stuff. I just for their safety. That's the biggest worry. I feel like these guys don't give a shit. They don't. Time and time again, they've shown their colors. They know who they support. We've seen this more than once. I don't know. Nothing surprises me at this point. Yeah, and then it was just arrest Danny without even asking questions or looking at the videos. Nope. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit. They just arrested him. You tell me how that's not, independent, unbiased investigation. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know.
Additionally, with Ludo, we're going to have discourtesy.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Discourtesy for Ludo. This is going to be separate from the unbecoming conduct.
All this jargon, discourtesy for Ludo. Discourtesy. Can somebody in the chat explain to me what a discourtesy is if you're from the area? for the LAPD. What's a discourtesy on a report?
Conduct.
Was it all the
Conduct.
same date and time?
Last night.
Discourtesy?
Discourtesy.
Okay.
All right. Then we're gonna have the second complaint with say 11 p.m. somewhere around there.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Detective Ludo refused to take a PPA from me.
Refuse to take a report. Now, PPI, I know that that means report. Okay. Thank you, Chico. You're right. They don't care. They've been caught in camera and still doing this shit, and they're streaming it, right? They're streaming it live and they're watching it on YouTube while they're sitting there trying to decide which way do they go, which way do we go this way, and whatnot. I don't know the term. I'm asking the question myself, Justine. I don't know what the terminology is. Streets has been doing this for a while. So he will say PPO, ABC, discourtesy, these terminologies that myself I can't pick up. Discourtesy. He's not being courteous. PPA, private person arrest. Thank you. See? Shout out to BC. We need like a list of these acronyms. As I'm hearing them, I'm like, yeah, right. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah. Yes, I would agree with you on that. Streets is a force. Absolutely. Thank you. PPA, personal persons arrest. Discourtesy. So Kim, there's a discourtesy report that they can write to report these things, if I'm hearing this correctly.
After I was attacked. He refused to take a PPA. Look, I got a broken nose right now. I was attacked.
Make a report now, or did anybody take a report?
No, they took a report. I got one person take a report. They refused. They didn't look at the
Crazy.
video of me being hit 6 times, me being pushed, and me being bit, and me being having my
Bit twice. He was bit twice.
phones knocked out of my hands while I didn't throw a punch back. They refused to look at that video. So that we have a refusal of PPA. Actually, for Ludo.
Okay, come on. Keep writing because he stopped writing. Now, is that pen? Check the pen. Is he writing this stuff down? He's taking a report, right? Just making sure. Just say it.
So it's actually going to be for all 6 of them. Again, I'll send the information on that. Additionally, with this, we are going to have, with the Ludo lying and dishonesty, the person who I wanted to file a PPA, he went into the restaurant, said he looked for him. I didn't even show him the video for him to even identify him. He left and he said he came back outside and he said the suspect left. But we watched him get into an Uber 10 minutes after Ludo left. He was in the restaurant the whole time.
You know what? Scientology off the rails. You ain't never. You are so correct. Wait. Where'd your comment go? Right here, right here, right here. Streets has California laws memorized. I think he does too. I mean, yo, right, JD? Is he writing this down? No. This is the person taking the report, the complaint. This is what I'm talking about. How is the police investigating their own complaints? How's that happen? Why isn't there like an internal or external or office of external officers investigating this? Why is the officers investigating their own complaints and then determining whether the complaint is valid? No. Every government office should have an independent office. Why is an officer? It's just weird. Independent of any of them.
So that's me lying and dishonesty.
Right. Well, Amanda, is he internal affairs or is he an officer that works within the agency? That's what I meant. Thank you. Amanda Bambi. Shout out to Amanda Bambi. She put in internal affairs. Is this internal affairs or is this an officer independent of the LAPD? Because I'm looking and I'm like, Sergeant badge. So the sergeant that is LAPD, that his office is in the LAPD building, is going to do the own investigation? I mean, Chico, the right here, we investigate ourselves and found no wrongdoing. Mm. Yeah, just, things that make you, go, like what? Interesting.
So the battery report was taken.
A battery report was an incomplete battery report as far as I'm concerned. If you don't even look at the video of the battery, then there's a problem.
You got a copy of the bill, right?
I do.
Make sure. All right.
That's weird.
Additionally, with this, with the Ludo, I have unbecoming conduct. He told me to back up and he said, stay with an arm's length. Put his arm out like that, and I stood right here. And when he was done, he decided he had to walk right through me and push me out of the way. He could have went around me. I was standing in the same place the entire time. And he decided he wanted to walk through me, and I have him on video pushing me.
But see, Sunday, is that how you say your name? Shout out to you, sis. This is a supervisor, goes to internal affairs afterwards. So this person is a supervisor. They write the report and then they submit it over to internal affairs. Why doesn't internal affairs pick up the initial report? Why is the supervisor taking the information? I personally believe that, like, it would make sense if the report is to be, if this person is filing a complaint, it's up to internal affairs to determine whether it's going to get investigated, independent of the police, not the sergeant taking down the information. God knows if he's writing anything down, but he's being filmed. So it's going to get taken somewhere, right? You said it's okay, internal affairs, not in the office at night, says Squirrel 3. Gotcha. So chain of command, gotcha. Shout out to everybody that's letting me know in the chat. Look, I'm just having a hard time with this one, given that William's nose is broken. We got so much shit going on. I don't know how I feel about it, you know? Right, Debbie. Just don't expect such blatant corruption of the LAPD. And of course, don't forget that internal affairs are former police officers, retired cops. I don't know, y'all. Yeah, yeah. So what can you expect when even the protesters are arrested when they're attacked? What can you expect? Can you expect any actual independent reporting, any actual investigation? I don't think we can. I don't think we can. So I'm glad that he's filming. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that he's filming. I want to talk about something real quick before, and this is important. All right. I brought this up. Shout out to Aaron, who also did a review on the Vice video. So for those that don't know, Vice did an interview. So they have 18 million subscribers. Vice, huge YouTube channel. And they do this segment called Informer, where somebody gets to wear a mask and they, their voice gets muffled and they get to talk about different things. I mean, you've had people that go up there and that have worked in the cartel, for example, they get to be concealed and they get to do an interview with Vice. And then that interview goes out on YouTube and everybody sees it. Well, they did one with ex-Scientologists, okay? Which is amazing. Amazing. I pointed this out and I want to make sure that it's very much voice. Shout out to Aaron, who also reviewed that video. Winged, thank you so much for gifting memberships, you guys. If you guys got a membership from Wing, put a heart in the chat. Thank you, love. Shout out to you guys. Thank you. Winged Moonlight, thank you. And for becoming a member, shout out to you. Vice, any organization, any church, anything that takes away your documentations that you need for traveling, that is a concern. Any organization that take unless you're being told by some federal, and even then, some organization that you need to turn in your passport, your social security card, your birth certificate, all these vital documents that you get at birth, and they tell you that you need to turn them in for whatever reason, you need to be careful. Okay. And I'm so glad that Aaron brought this up about this human trafficking aspect. I brought up the labor trafficking on my video because I thought it was important. Major red flag. Major red flag. Somebody said in my chat when I did the video reaction video on Vice, they said, Rabbit, well, there's a lot of organizations, religious organizations that people do, a community service for, and they don't have, they turn in their stuff. Who? Say what? Who? If you work for the Catholic Church, you don't need to turn in, you don't need to give them your passport. Who do you need to give in your stuff? If you become a priest, you don't give up your passport or your whatever. If you become a nun, that's not part of their, you're trapped in here and you can't be here type of deal. Anytime, anytime. It is illegal. It is illegal for an organization to ask you to give up the documents that you need to travel. Okay? It's illegal. And if if I know some of these Mormons, they do like mission trips. If you're asked to give up those documents while in a mission trip and they're asking to keep them away from you, that's illegal. Can't do that. Don't do that. You can't do that. I cannot. I don't know. So I'm glad that Aaron brought this up. Let's listen a little bit to what he had to say.
With high control groups or whatever. The main question that might come up is, okay, so they're trying to get you to do something you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And they come and they have you read this thing that you don't really want to read, but you're reading it because they told you to. And then they leave you alone for a while and you read the thing. And then they come back and they start harassing you to do the thing you don't really want to do anyway. And then when you don't agree, they're like, well, since you haven't agreed yet, I have something else for you to read. Go ahead and read this. Now you might go, but why are you even agreeing
Exactly
to stay there and read that stuff if you don't really want to do the thing they're trying to get you to do? And the only reason you're reading this thing is to put you in a frame of mind where you'll be more amenable to do the thing they're trying to get you to do that you don't.
like a confessional, like sitting there and trying to, talk about all your indiscretions and whatnot, and then they hold that shit against you. No, you can't do that. Chrissy, you're right. If they need a copy of your birth certificate or your social, that's different. But not the documents that you need to travel to leave the damn place. That's called human trafficking.
Want to do.
Like, why do you need those vital docs?
It's really hard to understand why someone would put up with all this crap unless you've traveled that path. It's hard to explain, but when he says that's how they do everything,
Mm-hmm.
they just don't stop asking you. It's kind of a very, very simple and very, very true explanation of how it works. All right, let's keep going.
Once I had agreed to do it, I signed a 2.5-year contract. They told me I'd be earning probably £200 a week, which turned out not to be true. I found myself working over 80 hours a week and earning under £5,000 a year.
So that right there, you see how much and I'm going to say he because after reading the description box, it sounds like it's a man. But I support their anonymity if they want to remain anonymous. Although, let me just say this. And a channel with 18 million subscribers like Vice, I would love to see Aaron be interviewed in such channel because he's not going to be anonymous, and we need 18 million folks to really listen to what is going on and continue to have Scientology be exposed for what the hell it is. We have a great community over here that aren't anonymous that are doing this. But again, I'm happy that this person is speaking out. I just wish that they would get somebody who isn't afraid to expose themselves so that we can really have a bigger, impact for sure.
Especially beating people courses. I started at 9 o'clock in the morning and finished at 10 o'clock tonight, Monday to Friday. And at the weekends, I work from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Okay, I'm just going to jump in here just for the benefit of former Scientologists and former staff members. So here's what struck me. There are two kind of contracts in a Scientology organization, a normal Scientology organization, a 2.5-year contract and a 5-year contract. A 2.5-year contract is if you're going to be an administrative staff member. And I guess for some reason, if you're just going to be an administrative.
See, and I didn't even know about the 2-year contract, but let me just say this. I'm trying to forward to the part that I need to forward to.
Administrative staff member. You could also sign a 5-year contract, but there's literally no reason to. A 5-year contract is when you're going into full-time training to train for a technical post. I guess in some cases it's for a higher level administrative post, but you sign a 5-year contract when you're going into full-time training to hold a technical post. And the only thing that struck me in this interview here, and it could have been a function of editing, is that he said he signed a 2.5-year contract, but then he says he supervised the courses. Well, in order to supervise the courses, my experience is you have to go into full-time training to become a course supervisor, which means when you finish your training, you're on a 5-year contract. Now, I'm only calling that out, not because I think his story is inaccurate, but I think it was a function of the editing.
Hold up.
And due to the editing, a former Scientologist might look at this and go, that's an inconsistency. But I think it's an inconsistency due to the editing. The schedule that he gave for the organization, that's 100% accurate for every Scientology organization. Monday through Fridays, 9 to 10, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 6. All right, let's keep going.
Okay, let me stop right here.
It's amazing that Vice included it in there because it is an element of human trafficking. And as far as I'm concerned, leave it up to the federal authorities to
Exactly, right here. Ooh, right here. Thank you, Aaron, for saying that this is an element of human trafficking. I had brought up labor trafficking. This is very important. I think that this is the shit that needs to be called out. That if there's one thing that takes Scientology down is that you cannot keep people in an organization and not have them with their vital documents. That is stupid. That is irresponsible. You're taking people's documents away. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. And that's the shit that needs to like immediately be called to attention. Anonymous or not. Serge has been calling this out for quite some time. He had his passport taken away. Now, did any of these federal authorities take him serious as a child? Now as an adult? Is anybody listening? If this organization, we don't have a time frame of when that person was interviewed, but if they're actively taking away people's vital documents, somebody needs to get involved. There's a problem there.
Explanation for why they were being returned. I forgot that outer org trainees at Flag who are not Sea Org members would also be in a position of having to turn in their passports. And it had never occurred to me to check whether outer org trainees' passports were still being taken. Now, this guy says he had to turn in his passport. So my first question was, holy shit, are they still taking outer org trainees' passports? Or is it possible that he was on staff in the UK and sent to Flag so many years ago that it was when they were still keeping passports? Either way, I thought it was amazing that he said it. And I thought it was amazing that Vice included it in there because it is an element of human trafficking. And as far as I'm concerned, leave it up to the federal authorities to find out when exactly Scientology stopped confiscating the passports of all of its religious volunteers.
Volunteers. For those that were making the arguments on my comments on my video, these are volunteers, Rabbit. What? I volunteer all the time. They don't take away my damn vital documents. What? Teresa, thank you for becoming a member. Jen Law, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you guys. It is trafficking, you guys. It is trafficking. And then labor trafficking at that. They're making these people work. They're not getting paid a lot. Who does that? Who does that to people?
So anyway, I was a big fan of that. All right, let's see what's next.
And when I was doing courses over there in America, it was an even harder schedule than it was in England. It was even longer. You had to repeat certain principles over and over. They call it Chinese school. And you literally knew everything word for word. So they're supposed to pay so much every week for your room and board there. If they failed to pay, then you would work to make up that amount. So you'd spend so much time every week, probably about 25 to 30 hours, doing some
That's crazy.
You'd have to do that and then spend the rest of the time on course as well. I was quite lucky if I got 6 hours sleep. That was a good night. Part of it, then maybe.
I was lucky enough to get 6 hours of sleep. Get the hell out of here. Who? What is going on? Right, mommers. Are these child volunteers? What do you call them? This is trafficking, you guys. And then they're working for nothing. They're getting paid. There's labor trafficking as well. Now, y'all, as adults, let's get this correct. As adults, if you choose yourself, you choose to give your life to an organization and you do this kind of work, volunteer. That's your choice. Cool. All right. But to have your children do that, that's called child labor. There's child labor laws for things like that. That needs to be looked into as well. Just a couple thoughts. So I don't know the time frame of this. This person doesn't put a time frame because you're right. Kids can't consent. They can't consent. No kid should be doing any type of work, labor, or anything whatsoever. No kid. Jane, thank you for becoming a member. This is abuse. It is what it is. So I'm glad that Aaron did a review on this. Shout out to Aaron for looking into this and kind of review, because I was kind of curious. I was waiting for somebody and I'm glad he did it. And I'm hoping that other people in the SPTV community will review this video and, you know, kind of hear their thought processes behind it, because I am kind of curious what just their thoughts. But that's just my 2 cents. If any organization asks you to join in, you know, and turn in your vital docs, say no. Say no. Okay? Say no to drugs. Right there. Say no to cults. Sofa King, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. No, something has to be done. This is getting out of hand. And this is what I'm saying. It's like more and more and more we look at all of this. There's just so many layers to the Scientology stuff. There's so many things that are happening. There's just so many. The LAPD is over here sleeping with Scientology. They got a big California king size bed and they're, humping each other on this bed. That's what they do. Scientology, LAPD, y'all are humping each other on a Cali King bed. That's what y'all are doing. It's too much going on over there. Okay? It is what it is. I said it. Then you got this portion where this cult needs to be exposed all the way. Cheeks said, yeah, they invited Diddy. No, no. Winged, thank you for gifting again. Yo, shout out to you guys. Wing, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. You guys got a membership from Wing. Put a heart in the chat, yo. Thank you, love. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I cannot. There's just so many layers. You ain't never lie, right? There's just so many things. So we got to keep talking about this. We got to keep exposing this. We got to. All right? It is what it is. He says, Cricket says, you do realize that there's more employment laws in place for businesses between hiring a freelance and a full-time employee than there is for protection if you were registered as a nonprofit church. That's interesting. Did not know that. Did not know that. See, thank you. It's a lot. They said, as a member of the press, are you able to interview the LAPD police PR and do a case review? That is a great question that I'd like to know. But what is the LAPD going to say? They're going to put up a little memo that basically says, we didn't arrest somebody, but really did arrest somebody. Is that what they're going to say? That's what they did with Aaron when they arrested him. They said they didn't arrest him. They plead the fifth. The way or the other protesters, we didn't arrest them. They were just detained. I feel like I'm like losing my mind or being gaslit. Like that's what it is. They're gaslighting me. I feel like I'm being gaslit every time I read their shit. It is what it is. Rabbit, thank you for becoming a member for 1 month. I cannot. Y'all, what are y'all laughing about? Contact the LA Times. The LA Times. Let me find out the LA Times is also sleeping on a Cali King size bed, having a threesome with LAPD and Scientology. Let me find out that that's what's going on, that they're into that freaky deaky shit. They're over there. They got a Cali King size bed and they're humping and humping each other. That's what they're doing. They're all in it together. I'm trying to figure this out, you guys. It can't just be me that feels like this is going crazy. I know it's not. There's a lot of other people that are calling this out. Oh, yeah. All right, Dios mío. Oh, all right. Listen. You see me? All right, Kim. As long as you see me, right. I am I am cop-splaining right now what is going on. That's what I'm doing. Okay? Yes, I definitely will share her. I shared Aaron's, and I think Aaron shares the same information, so I think we're good though. But thank you so much. Y'all, I'm gonna let you guys go. You can't stop laughing. Stop laughing, Lisa Marie. I mean, this is a serious issue, you guys. But some of it is just so frustrating that my mind just goes to like, let me go to see like what makes sense to me, and that's the only thing I can make sense of. It's sad, but it's true. Money, sex, and powers. That's how it is. That's how it is. All right, you guys. I will see you guys on the next one. I gotta go tend to a baby bunny over there that's doing the most. And doing the most per usual. I will see you guys on the next one. Okay, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. It helps in the algorithm. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Bye. I'll be keeping my eyes open on the next thing to talk about as it pertains to these protesters. We'll talk. Rabbits out.